feel comment to you.
I feel the same. No idea. Near Wale. I didn't bet that they will prove minimum. Inti Debbie, also I visit say by this time not the echo.
I think like a different milestone, like higher milestone. Yeah, marriage, dear, for now it's not in my plan.
But 2025 years, that's I say, no, me who different level and so. Myself with different level.
Like different level in what? It's the same thing. It's the same thing you've been seeing all this while, yeah.
But no, my memory trim this way.
It's true.
My memory trim with it.
Yeah.
2025 year then what are our expectations?
Our expectations. Our expectations. It's just positivity, going with the flow, and also stepping up. You should also put it in mind, say where you want to be, that is not where you are, but looking at way back, you are far better than yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Tino, say Nadia, you'll be any Jumedia da Hontina. Yeah, by ya beso camera and light year 2 years we and need jida because on the 7th December near 2 aba and now was a constitution almost a son because a water ye 2 ideas were ye may yentimi man for 1 month and your parking free office it was too much a whole 1 month the water from 7th December ye the obisu basis for next sadness on the next year 7th okay, we there, yeah, so. But before that, no matter what, and inauguration of our new president, our new elect president, that's can I say, John Dramani Mahama, and who won't be big a crowd, but Kafan Juana.
Sister Debbie,
Sister Debbie, and politics. So I was it, Uber politics.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's political science.
I did it.
Why are we?
I did it as part of my course.
Entia, Madam Politics. And then you made the German me and so. Oh, this is the yeah, mini Q dear, yeah.
You may have political economics.
Yes,
I came to know Bibi Kakra Ewo. So the Prof, I mean, when this are Prof by inauguration,
inauguration.
Hey, Asamo. We send them a boy and come touch her.
I know I said to say, yeah, Paul BB, you like, yeah,
formally, officially.
But inauguration, any ADB, a pa
lunch,
there be inauguration, any immigration.
Immigration.
Oh, you're rough.
Okay, so the inauguration of the president-elect, who automatically he's now the president of Ghana.
Dabi.
Oh,
Dabi.
Yes, but automatically he's the president.
Dabi.
He is the president automatically. Oh yes. Obiya di aman na bani kwa ye wie ye kwa na ye di aman e deda.
So far yes you any India. Won't mean automatically sir. But one say automatically in the welcome but one say Onyanye president in there still now you elect. So what you say? What you say?
I say automatic and munti automatic.
Oh yeah, I say about BBA to miss.
No.
I say
automatically he's the president, but they just need formal approval. That's what we mean by
approval na ma. A bad day now be you know.
President.
Oh,
David. Says ya no. Your fan say
Nana. Me twice why.
So now Agyemang pay. What do you pay money? So ni sadia.
But unim say ye to abanama Mahama or Prawini so na Akufa no go see a president.
No, because
yes,
he still wasn't
president.
up. So he was still the president.
and automatically never share honor. So now, still now, Akufo-Addo Gusu president. And I kill me, boy. Still no Gusu president.
You're too near.
Okay, so the inauguration of president-elect, automatically President John Dramani Mahama and Vice President Prof Naana Opoku Agyemang, the first ever female Vice President of Ghana. Just say Ghana, there we are blessed. I remember say hardly. Then times it would be very hard for a female lady, and I say a female to have a very important position in Ghana. Always a friend is disrespecting females, but this woman, she has really set, should I say, boundaries? Boundaries. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So the inauguration set for today, Tuesday, January 7, 2025. Will be a momentous occasion, drawing significant attention both domestically and internationally. The event, which marks Mahama's return to the presidency, is expected to be attended by 21 heads of state, alongside 3 vice presidents, 4 ministers, and 24 envoys. The Ghana Police Service has also outlined a comprehensive security plan to ensure the smooth and secure conduct of the inauguration. Said Diana a DJ Rocky can be beyond to me see. Without the help of Ghana Police, there is no way we would have peace during this process.
But before that, no imagine what the only same penny for so about here.
Yes.
Uganda president, most say Uganda president aba, and now also chief imam. Ghana chief imam. Nkremofoni na yemfa ne ko oyo software pomo odimu o man Ghana say ono so aba ono so di na enum onyam be de ebe te akire etinu DJ Chama obo adwuma umu anu otwa aba ne so ya de
na Nigerian president so
Tinubu ananye
Tinubu good luck
Jonathan.
Okay. I think Tinubu will also be present.
African country. So
but I like his name more.
Yeah, Tinubu.
So na dru also ayeso ekota o machi.
No, I think also invited some Mahama we invited big men so we invite them on I think oko Kenya oko Ivory Coast so come we inviting many people so I don't know so
they will.
Yeah.
Even because 21 heads of state will definitely come.
Was it former president of US or UK? What's the name? Donald Trump. Is it former?
No.
UK.
The president.
Sorry.
You mean almost
Is it
American and
Joe
UK.
Biden? And I know Joe Biden.
And I bet Joe Biden.
Is it Biden?
Biden.
Well,
maybe yes.
Oh,
because
no,
he brought in a letter that was ahead. I think 3 days or 4 days today that he will be president.
Joe Biden.
Donald Trump.
Trump was here elected.
I don't know so
No, he's president.
For long cry.
When next week?
Okay. According to our producer,
just a producer and put you my dear saying.
and as a producer, the song
because
producer the song.
Omo dia no it's Ghana dia na.
Okay.
Omo dia Ghana dia na.
And Crawford
he's also automatically the president.
Dignitaries
Go
for
fan kan kan yawo.
aha ayi for so ba ambassadors for ne ayi for so almost obem etino
You for you to ata.
Convoy bi baba
ECOWAS nso be
ECOWAS baba.
Convoy bi baba
I think say ECOWAS president one ni Tinubu no. Nigeria president.
Tinubu
Who today?
Why should you do
You
Okay, so to the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana has officially also been inaugurated, marking the commencement of a new legislative session, with the NDC securing a majority in the 2024 parliamentary elections, winning 183 seats out of 276. And TCC and MPs ni nano, they are officially and formally MPs. They are no longer automatically MPs. So what they are saying.
Wọ́n say ọmọ dem ye sure say ọmọ ye vote mo no mu winning kwan dia.
Ọmọ dia ni enra ọmọ si ọmọ in. Anu anto no.
But once early hours of today.
But before ansana na yebeko like yebeko Christmas we no. Wọ́n say na say nkrofobia akonya no ase yeah,
and I think Abby Bright and a certain few people. Oh, so you just imagine say after all these jubilations, not recounting
Baba Sadiq
because because at first NDC was 185. Then when they collated the results and everything, they are 183. But still they still hold the majority in parliament.
Still now because even according to what chat na kra na tamani eto aba no pokra na chat na MP NDC lead do parliament you know.
So yesterday was all white.
But
yeah.
But mommy and can send you. Who says this year the chile na you call breaking so your mommy brace see o ye chinya de ade. Who say tama na nanado yera mampani a oba be fi so. No all ma Ghana you can say national day. Na national day.
State of the national day.
Yes. The bodyguard need to eat off.
Yeah. We could have said.
Nay, too much of standing and I say.
Oh yeah, no.
Sure.
And now when it.
No, even at the basic level, let's take these people for example.
Oh, okay. Just a quick one. I think Bola Tinubu has arrived, and I think Gambia, Botswana, according to DJ Rock Minister,
Botswana president,
Gambia president in Swaba. And let me see, Nigeria, that is Tinubu. South Africans so dear. Oh, Ghana. Mahama is blessed.
Very blessed.
Ghana talk should do any NDC for yes, Remo. But in
and yes, we nye about MPP NDC and yet we say after election no campaign. So what right now we are talking about Ghana. So what you say? We are not talking about though political party being winning on where the party but right now we are talking about Ghana. So what you say? And we are talking about Africa. So what you say? It is all we are the national invite to be number. And now we have some sister nations. It's all my boy. It was here so far as yes, so far as
and they will come. Say,
what's it?
Invitation to come one year.
And I won't say, oh, my mother. So far as you need you need pan. Even say, yeah, invite so crana say, oh, per se. What do you make?
This one they had an invitation.
Yes, but won't say
because of security
reasons. No, so yeah, but so far as you can't you can't you invite some kind of sober.
What my plan also took money back.
Yes. And a Ghana also there since I Kwame Nkrumah Eje Ghana see
father of all nations.
Maintain say Yakonda. It you know would they imagine say Gabon president by Ghana or Prof for bodyguard them
because say what about now say Ghana near your shop what some for better protect their question will come my appointment but Ghana no my Joe Biden case of Ghana
Obama ba Ghana what would Ghana Obama so Obama ba Ghana 3 months na interpost ne security for be
so now on better Ghana joy
yes say submarine be say Ghana Navy e ni enim say submarine be say for 3 months
omo no ya gugu no mudi o omo bo man pen because omo ni say omo ya threat at say these people no ya dia be jeja man pen so ko baby abe any one ho because US man pen you know omo so no ya the biggest president in the world sa no mu hu omo it say nipa bi say e call small country like Ghana anything can happen because US for no more enemies bebre
but Mahama no so ko invite South Korea president Nanka
on two
coin.
South Korea
president. Came on two coin.
No, the name Munyam so better.
Came on two coin. No, we hear no alcohol.
Na so Munyam. And I know.
Oh, when Munyam man on two coin. On two coin. Or Tinuku. Oh, young more. Who know here more to not talk on.
Do hear me?
Oh, young more. Una
It's quite surprising. I don't see those people invading people's country that much.
Yeah.
I mean, South Korean, you don't see them invading people's country like the Chinese.
Once omono system now. Obey before complain. What's your system now? And I want to say China and so dear my mother of all nation. You sue from a boy. So what you say? Aha. I know China and so say omono like ombe adibia like a di impuntu ba o mamunu.
China no me try to go to omoye sa no. Omoye business minded.
Yes.
Oboa wo ni so oboa wa. Oba ukuro no so a o so beboa no. Oba be selling nyoma wo. Nto omu tro machine. Nto obeboa wo. Oye de obeboa.
Even with that one, they have a perception that after helping you, they also have their way, like to loot around. I mean, have their way to also get more from you illegally.
What's a negotiation? A negotiation. Yeah. And I want to say a negotiation.
Because access to him. So
the only way to help him is to allow him to illegally have access to your resources.
What's it? Debbie. China for no. Or my imagine say, oh yeah, day. I know also no. Omun call moi. Omu hiamwa. Omu baby omu hiamwa. It's on no. Obetu amount. Mete say way back. Go quiet. Te wa say no. Omu na twa price money. So what you say? It no. Oh hianemwa. It no. Uni machines are ye manufacture cocoa into chocolate near that. So what I say, and now walk out it's on no price not walk. I walk it out there now. Maybe a phone in mina minim say about me 20 cedis. Now we move to price, mamma. Oh, parton, parmenton, and no fan. So what I say, it's no, I see say China need better make America. I could dictate American. Because American and Katana is already developed. So what you say? It's a money dear, a mon baby a business one a honomope. Say the Q kind. Ghana say Ghana do most do sign a Ghana there. Malcolm cry, I mean to be her Malcolm, Pominacho say a Ghana.
Malcolm say India for the
as of her China more say Ghana see. Me believe quite.
Yeah, because I Iron City. I'm from Iron City. Yeah, baby, China more.
Oh, Kaswa Queens were China more.
Yeah, I heard of it. I says I don't know when to open it. From that day to a certain day, with everything you take there is 12 Ghana.
What try JD? What try JD? Next washing bay now. Washing bay. I don't know more.
Because
was it?
Otu. Also trying.
Or try JD. JD ultra JD. Unim JD.
Our castle.
Castle kwani so.
JE ana JD.
JD. Yeni JE.
JE Makati there no.
JD na meka.
Oh, okay.
What say China for no? The reason why on autumn baby at 12 cities no more because on one me abado. Omo be ya nyoma no. Ono oba o export bad obe chia duty. On Tonyo man because on be ye na mo de aba. So what you say? It no obe pesca no Ghana I say because it was a business minded. They were kill kind of me business people. Timoda, oh we can then cost na.
Sisi ma dani nei.
Oh that be so also kind of na head.
Okay, so at this phase we will delve into the performance of the dissolved 8th Parliament. Ghana's 8th Parliament are only dissolving. We'll be looking at the performances of our MPs and also our past presidents, vice presidents, and other notable MPs, shedding light on areas of their your friend is saying achievements and also their errors. So we would first be looking at the MPs. How effectively did our MPs represent their constituencies' interest in parliament? Because it's the people of a constituency which vote for an MP. And sana wenya akwenya na kwakotina parliament. Without the people, you are nobody in parliament. So I believe, say, when you, as an MP, you have certain manifestos you give to the people that they stand on to vote for you. Now, how do they effectively represent these people in parliament? Because in Gofo Baby or how you 2 or more dear so. Into DJ Walker, I'll start with you.
Question in
How effectively did our MPs either pass and as still present MPs are so how did they effectively represent the constituency's interest in parliament?
Oh, why am I to more the question in the say, hey, modern book. So what I say, yes, modern born a bachelor, baby, do business because this you cry impona, Tama ye kotwa banpukrano. Me say you were independent candidates be a monka partisan, but a winning seat. So what I say, ewo omo constituency and I say omo way omo. Over to say A+ say ya. On join party be so what I say. I'm friend Kwame bibi Kwame omo di me ni bian kasa se minimum ba moti me ade A+ o ni bian kasa o. So what I say. On join party be o. Enso ne modern boy oye wo. Ye man say constituency no omnity no. Omo ade
Kwame Asare obey.
Yeah, Kwame A+. So what I say, we win city. Yeah. Your modern book and a bema why day. I win city no. So what I say, you fan say, ye MP for example, Kennedy Japan. Near Antonio Swaba. Yeah. Because of a new mapa no way. I the constituency and I say the regional no. Or to no unopposed.
Yeah, no moto, but
because who mean because yes,
but when some moto no so
automatically
to be any say
omoto ba nipa ni win because of adwuma no o ka say omoto no so aba dia that one anyway
we dey find say mistake on oppose ye beto eti wo ni be gina bia no kan hu say worry until say o free seat obesa for presidential o free ye no do oba be gina ya na yatun dentia MPP no oteso na yatunu anything na to this year.
Now even Kennedy crowd they do make come almost 20 even 2020 na ko lose.
Ba wo say already no mayi. So ati ase. Eti no we MP na so obedi ube transfer acha. Eye unjuma pa obede obeye. So ati ase. Ensu oni constituency onum edebe na obeye oh may say me so beba sometimes no more because a opposition ebia we president na woso ya fa party A and na woso but MP no party B okono ko sele bi a ye man na den he may you su me ma me more for example nwa baby e wo no crow baby e wo no community ni wo mu na afole MPP time obetena so 4 years am yes I any minister kwan wanye ba gombo so ajaze ala ninua ono ni nua momo ebetu mu last 4 years that in 20 from 4 years e tell me ana etu na momo bae momo anya hwe momo wanya hwe o
producer say bubo amanfo mo ba
okay ma
say am bon ni e benya ase
o de mami ka we momo anya hwe mamu wanya hwe o oba like edu campaign time now oba be can asem no say because of say na enye na aban otisunti no ene wanti me anya den anya hwe ano krom e4 na yede ama na chance this is here the wa aban na yede aba ana isi anso we NDC into NDC na aba dia ye jawe in 4 years na yede asa mo no yede wa hwe it is wanti mi anya bibi papa ye betu so what you say etinu as a MP and as a minister and as a modern born e be kire how we be sify there at transit ne so there ache etinu they were no producer the better no.
Okay, into South Africa, Kenya, Liberia, I say yabo Tanzania did that. Yeah, yabo Liberia so Namibia. Also in present Tanzania yabo did that. Yeah. Guinea-Bissau, Gambia. Say yabo no so did that.
Yeah, yabo did that.
Okay,
I think say Ghana Hanso Sami Jemfini Nereza Ako.
Hey, no the one when
President Akufo-Addo so anya.
You know Sami Jemfi, Malik,
they are the key, should I say key personnel in the National Democratic Congress.
If they don't go,
kind of Parliament, Speaker of Parliament.
Speaker of Parliament, Alban
the man re-elected.
He's very good.
Very good.
The last time I say, no Mahama said so to me, because no, because now or here in this for. Now, baby, what do know? What you can say? And this need be no have a cassia. And this for Moses Yano. Respect him upon my building. What you guys are in the community from? I brought one can say, Miss Step it down. What I say, to another beginning. Because on the end is from somewhere some coffee I want to ask myself. Because on the Mahama copy.
And they see people cry, they are soft.
I want on the man of copy and Mahama a winnie. In the episode better on see your baby was until due time now on the a speaker of parliament. And I said, Catch say. Moon to Zono, and to Mump and before me come home. And I to Quato, because no Sanka, and this MVP no Sanko, obey speaker. But and this foreign say, Ebe Bomono, not so much to Zono, because somebody, my queen or no Begina home. And now, MP phone back and this is one, or more than Tessiano, Wababe, 1 year bad, why had Nekama. Even though almost say Nasam yet ding. Papa Nasam the head, won't mean to focus on Nimrano.
Oh, yes. Outspoken also.
Yes,
and
so or lawyers
the MPP sent that issue they were having in Parliament.
Majority and minority.
Nipani a lawyer there, Onimioka, ultimate family and family. And also, what person Mahama microphone in Watna Parliament watch check.
So he
and before I sign before this speaker and that also Nimra. Politics and Kasa now, Koya so Nimra. Me so Nimra, pa Nimra to many politics.
As a speaker, you are more or less like a judge in the parliament.
Yes.
So you order their steps, like you command them. So if you don't know these things, it makes your like executing your work so difficult.
I think in parliament one MP was not as a young fan says school on time based school, and I think when he came to parliament and the speaker asked him, give me a tangible reason why you've been he sacked him. And the people of that MP were very angry
because also on mediator both to this
between
yes it's on say no neutral.
It's non-partisan. Even though he was chosen by the NDC by then. That's why in a way, like I feel like he sized the MPP in a way. I feel like he sized the NDC, especially when it came to the implementation of the E-levy bill. I was like paying critical attention to the Speaker of Parliament because he can actually do something in favor of the NDC. But then he refused. Immediately the NDC the NDC walked out. He passed the bill.
Was it? Yes, I say be NDC.
And yes, also passed because now that time no.
Hey, majority. Hey, you are boss face. Bahumia. What you could find champion.
And I queen so
it is here no. See no more or more penny for me who to see Nanado ne Rebecca Nanado ankasa kufuo ana Bahumia.
And Malik and so
Italy.
Yeah.
My guy.
Malik and so
I mean sorry, just a quick one. Sierra Leone is also present.
Another Dr. Kongu.
Yeah, you also
Dear
Congo.
Yeah, and one last country is also in attendance. Okay, so that's all for now.
It's your president for Naba. Your president for no Martina Queen and Naba. Oh, Kawi, JJ ni Atamos or Monaco Musodio.
But you know, a supporter is actually saying right now that comparing the inauguration of previous government to President Mahama, he has I think majority of people are there, like more than comparing to like Rollins and
I will as I could be a sounds you kakra because
it wasn't expected
like something will happen. As evidence like one should be it's not one should be a bear. In top of all, say okay, you better show in as you to show in.
But I won't say, and I may can say Mahama and Kasa now like 2025 Nankasa and beyond. I say like Namibia.
Because he's exceptional.
Because 2024, 2025 I said BBS no because on the first president never is Yoruba I work Africa Ghana has he. And on one the first president also saw them 3 times.
Oh yes?
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah. I can't even tell. One of the stations are almost far with life. And I will be the Abba say, Samia Baumia, you make up on a container 20 feet.
Hey, babe.
You know, sir, with what this person is saying, a lot of criticism came to Samira Baumia, especially with the kind of bag she uses, her dresses. The bag, the kind of amount it amounts to.
Madam Fashion.
Just recently, our Vice President, Naana Opoku Agyemang, Obi said, "You should be an awashe."
Yeah.
And I was like, why would you do this?
They do.
Because she's not, I'm not saying she's not fashionable, but she's not into trendy stuff. Into the monster and penance.
Yeah, but
you really want someone who would take money from.
I actually heard people saying that she's now the vice president,
and she should step up.
You see,
but
step up.
What's a moment some research kakra. So what is it? The nipa ken. Young Congo share Baumia wife no. Old we say no or a fashion lady. So what is it? Me sure say no because
she
was because was a and see no opportunity aba. It no so there.
Nipa so money.
Oh, there be one say
Professor na mo kan no answer. One say those people no move shia there no. Omuni time for this fashion.
Not
at all.
Atamos time. Atamos. So no a professor.
Yes.
As one do you know what?
Omono book no. Na mama no kwa no undress bad. Onya kula o.
It has been like casual
but yes. Casual but very beautiful.
Onya be say 80 plus.
And she's not the type of person that likes makeup and stuff.
You can't compare or not to Baumia.
No.
Because of age intervals.
Not even the age, in terms of education.
Yes.
Only education kwa 20 age wise no. Mama ni pain.
Yes. And now if no go
ultimate dresses say Baumia mo dress. But also be ne ho simple. To say Agyemang Rollins say.
Very simple.
Untu ka say simple. When you need
show no so dress you.
Untu ka say ready she mini skirt so say ne mama so she mini skirt.
Once a Rollins le kra.
Etimi ya pe.
Rollins le kra wo. Why necessary select kabasin. Ono so the fashion no.
Only the no.
And then she gets a coffee.
But me sure say can I say vice president here when you vice me sure say the dressing message because
really
you the dressing message
like maybe
dressing
the way
dressing
the makeup that was it.
But dressing and
let's also like remember that she's a mother.
And
she's also should I say a mentor. But now that she's the vice president, a lot of young ladies are looking up to her.
Simple. We try the short say. And you dressing in there omo adwuma na hu hia wa ba no set example na e ma no so omo akire na like omo bu say omo timi do sa position no and omo hwe omo e dressing no but omo wife dressing no Ever take money for table. Dress me both dress here no. E Ghana ko see him. Afaka na ko baby a.
Me kro me show say.
Adwuma na obeye na hu hia.
Wonim so bi so ka bi say.
Lordina Mahama.
Onukra ni wan yintino.
Ahin no dress.
Ni onukra ni wan yintina ni ku na wi ni. Because ya to man na ke wo ba be yenta.
Ya nhwe Mahama ire. Lordina Mahama.
Dressing.
Dress man no dress. Adwuma na obeye na ko foka ho asem. Mami Ofi abemu kura no hwe hospital o see e. Enu wasem ye ka ho. Say vice no den na obeye di abo Mahama. Oye o mepanyi da den na obeye di abo na ye dressing. Enye fashion no. Ope fashion akọ yi you can akọ ye modern.
Ghana was beautiful ye hian kro fa.
Enye fashion.
You know, Ghana's was beautiful. People think it's about the beauty. It's not about the beauty. It's about the intelligence.
Go promote culture.
What you know about your
I'm not to so. I'm dey ma me atoso.
Then I think say the entertainment industry too, Pato Ranking or he's
okay,
also
about
Pato Ranking. Yeah. Nigeria musician.
Yeah, only at Tamils.
Wow, he Atalia mami, she was uncle Shatali baby. Oya woman of a you, or your mother.
You know, one thing we should also know that no matter how she dresses, we will still have critics who will actually criticize her on that. So the best thing is, I just like her. It's like no matter what they say, she's herself.
Sister Debbie.
That's all.
But make a venture. Even the Bible have stated say nipa your do nipa na do wa. I know be I was say your do near tane balance.
Me who be pa.
Show boy.
Show boy.
Nesfest na ba. Oh, say me can so ba. So what ye in chain what Kufu and chain.
Na no so dey jai o.
Madam man. One e be.
I think say Mahama.
Guinea Bissau penny phone so. Belande.
And a majority leader to force and so.
And a minority.
Apenyo makim.
Open so aba.
Why?
Otumfo. Ano yama ya.
Anana yera. No obeba.
O anje oba. Wadu no so afa oba dia.
E bia obesuma.
We dey on Nankasaba. This thing say on Nankasaba.
Because once we dey national intino.
Okay, so DJ Rock, question way on it. So I'll move to Sister Debbie. So the question again, just a quick one. Before there's this BBBI HND, first lady. If anything, Rebecca Ekufu-Addo. Just recently, I believe so we all saw circulating videos of her very furious. Said then.
It was the minority leader.
Speaker of Parliament, Anna.
Yeah, it was after Akufo-Addo gave her address, and that time was not an MI. So that time, the minority, deputy minority leader, was it Ama something or something?
Yeah.
Said that what Akufo-Addo said, he didn't actually spoke about what's the name? Cathedral, and then he said that they are actually a total disaster to the country, and then they are Egyptians, and so the Egyptians we see today we will not see them again. So after everything, and then they were moving out. You know, when they are coming out, you have to greet them. So it got to the first lady's turn to greet him, and he refused. She refused.
That's how can you sit there and let people talk to my husband that way? Hey. She was very angry. Now the Speaker of Parliament wanted to greet her. She Daniel know who say or no. And now Daniel say how can you sit there for them to speak to him that way? And she also said something in Ghana in her dialect, but I didn't really get that. Yes,
that is why her husband didn't win as the president of Ghana. You know, like becoming a president of Ghana is not only about we sitting down and then we feel like no we want to change this person, so we have made all these petty things count.
One second, moment
but he behaved normal.
But you know,
even if
you know, we humans are very hypocritical.
Sure.
Because why should you have a problem with how people in Parliament are speaking to your husband, President of Ghana? Why should you have a problem with that? You do not have a problem with how the president is treating Ghanaians.
No.
You do not have a problem with how he talks to us. But you have a problem with how
why would she have a problem with the husband when she's benefiting?
Oh yes.
From the illegal way of like embezzling the public funds. she enjoys it because she goes to shopping, she buys clothes, she drives as well, she doesn't buy fuel, she doesn't pay light bill, she doesn't pay water bill. All she knows, well, I'm not actually being disrespectful, but I'm just saying the fact here. Because
sister even yeah, producer say you go to feed na.
Oh
yeah, bro. No say kasa do. Okay, so Sister Debbie, you've said a lot about First Lady Rebecca Ekufuado, but away from that, and Sana, people would come and lash us, beat us. Okay, so let's look at the first question I asked. How effectively did our MPs represent their constituencies' interest in Parliament?
The 8th Parliament, right? The 8th Parliament. Right.
Yeah, the 8th Parliament.
Okay, so I would say the works of the members of the 8th Parliament for me was nothing to write home about. Yeah,
really.
They were. Well, I would say some of them, but majority of them. I see them to be people in Parliament, particularly for their own personal interest. If not that, yes, Mahama could have still won as the president, but if they were to do their work very well, they could have won their seats too.
Yeah.
So Mahama can be president, but then MPP could have also won and then retained
majority of their seats.
Yeah. So Mahama won, yes, that's fine. That one everyone knows he's going to win. But let's calm down. It means they are not doing their work. See, NGOs, we say that member of parliament, MPs, they have to do something for their communities. Yes, sometimes come up with boreholes for them, help people and stuff, but it's not enough. NGOs do that. You can actually go ahead to do more of that. I mean, let the people know that you are in for them. You cannot do all and then you are not there because like you cannot actually use your own money too. And they also, I know there is a fund, a common fund or something that they usually give this member of parliament to use, okay, for their developmental project in their communities.
Yeah.
Now the NDC, which were not in power for 8 good years, like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense in a way like this. Let me put it this way. NDC was in opposition for 8 good years, okay, and then MPP were in power for 8 good years, and then normally you see someone says that my president is not in power or my government is not in power, so it's very difficult for me to execute like my duties. So I can actually help, but then I can't help that much because when you go to parliament to to pour out your grievances, they turn out firstly to their people. So you, the MPP or the member of parliament representing the New Patriotic Party, you are in power for 8 good years. And then after everything, you were still voted out of power. Then it means you actually did nothing. Seriously. It means you did nothing, or maybe you've done your best, but then your best wasn't enough. So for me personally, the 8th parliament, the works of the 8th parliament was nothing to write home about. And as a member of parliament, I believe and I know that as a member of parliament, you are a representative of your people. You are there because of your people. They chose you. They chose you to serve them. Not like they didn't choose you for them to come and be serving you again. All of us cannot go into Parliament House to say we are representing, let's say, Anya. Everybody stands up and they say they are going to Parliament to represent Anya. And then at Makati too, everybody stands up to go to Parliament that they are representing Makati. No, they have to be a representative. So as you are representing this particular constituency, as you go into Parliament, you pour out the grievances of the people and help the people. But what do? We are in this country, they'll come up with a bill or a plan or something, and the same people that have been voted into power, instead of them to speak for the people, stand for the people, defend the people in Parliament, no, they don't do that. They pass the bill, and then on top of it, they cut cake to drink wine. Yes, to make us feel the pain the more, as if yes, you've appointed me to be your representative, and so what? Yes, so they are there. They actually, even, well, I can say, even though I'm not there, but I can say that even if they are taking the money, 90% of that money goes into their personal pockets. They don't think about you. They don't care about you. And I'll say that's the main reason why the 8th Parliament, precisely the members of Parliament in the New Patriotic Party, were voted out because they don't listen. They don't listen to the people. You see people coming out to say that our MP promised us that. They promised us this and this and this, and when they come into power, they will do it for us. And then after they've voted for you and they elected you as a member of Parliament in their constituency, you come and then you do nothing. I've even experienced certain cases where you even go to the MP's house and then they'll tell you he's not around, but you can see his vehicle in the compound. You see his vehicle in the compound, but then they'll tell you he's not around. And they do that. They help people. They help their own people. They don't help the people that voted for them. Or no, they help their own people. People they know. The rest of you, you are just trash. And it's not like that. And you see, we've actually made it so comfortable. Attaining a position in this country has been made so comfortable. Like MPs, should I say MPs or ministers? They buy vehicles for them, right? And then you pay in bits. You either pay in bits or maybe it's something like they lend it to you. Then after your tenure or something, they take it back. Because I've seen a case where Akufo-Addo is demanding, or is it the ministers or the MPs that they should retrieve, their cars will be retrieved or something. We've made this position so comfortable. You see, your member of parliament sits in a Land Cruiser and you sit in taxi. This taxi we are talking about is not a taxi with, should I say, quality. This taxi, you are in the taxi, and then every step the taxi takes, you feel it. When it enters into a house, you feel it. When the taxi hits something, you feel it. And then your member of parliament is sitting in a Land Cruiser, feeling so comfortable, and he doesn't feel how deteriorated the road has become. And so when you come out to protest or say something that the constituency is bad, the road is bad, they don't mind you. And then when it's time for election, 3 days to election, 1 week to election, then you see them bringing people on site to work. And you see, we've really shown them that we are not dumb, we are not fools. You see, Ghanaians have really shown that they have a lot of different personalities, different personality in one person. I don't know whether my English is correct though. because you cannot fool them. And then they feel like, yes, we've been doing this every day, we've been taking advantage of them, we've been winning, and that, and so we can continue to do that. But no, you show them, no, we've really voted for you to bring improvement. We voted for you because we need improvement in our community. We need good roads, we need quality school buildings with good infrastructure for students to sit in class and learn. You are bringing initiative. You're not saying the initiative is bad. All the initiative they brought on board was very good. Like the free SHS is very, very good. But there were some itches in those initiatives that needs to be properly taken care of. But they've made up their mind that no, we are not going to listen to you. What we want is what we do. Whether you are feeling it or not, what we want is what we are doing. And because they are gaining from what they are doing, and so they don't listen to you. And it's very bad. And so to me, the 8th Parliament, member of Parliament, like MPs in the minority side for the 8th Parliament, was actually nothing to write home about. Nothing at all. And so I'm also having a high expectation in this new 9th Parliament that as they are coming on board, they should make sure that what their colleagues, let's say their colleagues, yes, their colleagues, what their colleagues did that wasn't good enough, that made the people kicked them out of Parliament, they should make sure they do better than that, and then they do the will of the people, serve the people, because you are there because of the people. If not that, then trust me, in 4 years' time, they are going to kick them out of office as well. They are going to kick them out of office as well. So they should make sure they do the will of the people. They should make sure that they serve the people. I always say that you are in Parliament not because of your hard work. Yes, your hard work also plays a major role. But then the people need you to do more for them. You cannot just sit down, you don't do anything, they complain, you don't listen, and then when it's 1 week to election, you bring constructors on road to be constructing road. When it's 1 week to election, that's when you know there are problems you need to solve. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And so Ghanaians have really shown them pepper. This pepper is just too much, and I know they've really learned their lesson. If not, then that's their own problem. But then to the 9th Parliament, they also have a lot of work to do. Right. And trust me, when they don't do that, they'll kick them out of Parliament.
All right, Sister Debbie, thank you very much. So just a quick one. If you just joined, your live on Ghana Talks Radio. We're streaming on all our social media platforms. The inauguration and swearing-in ceremony of President John Dramani Mahama and Vice President Prof. Naana Opoku Agyemang, the first Vice President ever to be a female. So very soon, we can see she's about to be sworn in. DJ Q, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's not acceptable, yes. So please do well to share the live. I can see Twitter, X, yes, X. People are really joining. So please do well to share the link to other people to watch. This is Alpha R. Share the link. Yes. Okay, so DJ Q, I would start with you with a different question. Say yes when in after best when in Rome. Where we Inti aka your friend is saying Mahama. Aka King Kong no. Yes, King Kong.
The chief himself.
The
man of the ceremony.
And so just a quick one. Yeah, say your best friend, then we just switch to the event. But for the meantime, no DJ Chan producer and patch fa Infonina ne we no to sona amount for we know that they don't want to look at our face. They are tired of seeing our face.
Was there not be being called to or MCL to Buswa already?
No, yeah. So, if you didn't wait, my dear, sir. Said any pound Namhana who baby are touch a man. Sana, yes, you're the intimate fan chaying. Or that also. Okay, so DJ Q, let's look at the 8th Parliament, their accountability. Were they accountable? Were they transparent to the people of Ghana? ye can MPs, president, vice, impenifoni were they accountable and transparent to the people of Ghana?
Okay,
Sana was a show say just a young man quay.
So I'm paying you successful. The MPs and any ministers will be on. So we don't know here, ministers like we are very successful. Tracy stay near Mahama, near MPs. Any ministers on the year no. One papa says Sifo Sikadia Basha. This time Samsona, Nana do some monosono. The ministers near MPs no. Omoya. Ama ne MPP for Mako opposition. That is MPP opposition. Because these things ninya no. I can say, oh, honor, but who feel seat this also what if you don't say, oh, I'm coming, maybe young about this time, and come down swore. No, make our as a MPP for Motu Abana. The we are 2022, no, 2020, no, a boss man and a pie, no, yes, I be. Yes, I do, because Ghana for no who say, or more MPs, no, or more. Now, this man. Asukwa adanso asukwa zere kuma se wayi ni kakra Katie Hamo o kase okoni constitution so na ne Prof ne kase MP ye beto am ho pa
manti ase
no nti ase na office o mo so mo to man pa ba no so se ye beto atia no ba no nim nti o mo to ba ni wie no e no mo ye interview so ona bo na masina olusu ye no but I am a Prof no. So Michio Money a bon come catch me say, on our fee, ye better or pa. It's also fee say like why ye Duma into Mato Banamano. Some of them is over 20 ano. Until I'm say MPs near or more year or my pains were caught in the name. Because I'm paying a little fee. Ni baby or one abba. I see how they say, no man quay into where you go for say, one bedaha. We be a castle na daha amanfuru na daha anyawo na daha ntu na oba pre se nyoma ba amanfuru ba wo so pre ade na wo so ye ne families and friends wo kwaje contract no a wo se contract yi wo se kwan wo se mo ye kwan no no da koma adamfo bi na mo chiska mu 3 wo fa 2 wo de one na ma contractor no e be ye kwan na kwan na 2 just 2 weeks na kwan na 2 ye be to aba no na musa Ghana mpanyfo timi ye den papa omutimi ye sum e kwan na omuse omoye kwan no omode chippings no nketenkete no e de gu kwan no so saa ya dudi kwan no de chippings na gu so na omode kota egu so musa ko timi ye sum it e kwan na ya ye no 1 week no e kwan na ya ye 1 week no bona photos aba kwan no mo odu ho ntia ase into no lusu yide omansa omu nyuma no mo ye no e ho akatua no munya ye no because omu yom ma yie no omu da so ho omu yom ma yie no enko febre wo opposition and is for no bebre no opposition no but I so mu wini ye because no omu ni sika kwa no omu ye omanso de mbuto sika e de ye nyoma e de omu krofo no sa no say aban de wo power san ka ye men jo nko ye funu ho net bia 8 betima trema yo no ma bebre betima no ma bebre man dwo nko ye funu ho no adwe nkofo nkofo na to aba ma ho san nkofo no be se disali se betu san nkofo be se disali ye tu untumi ye ho hwe men ka se wo power ntino ye ntimi ntu ye betu ntu yo no ma yi a oho na bibia kama enso ye tu omfo sa mu ntie ba ndisifo ye ka chom se ye o ma wi ntino ye kan se Ghana fo no se ye ni ati o ye nkone sa se se first na MPP team MPP ntaje mi to MPP debi afia me yomu se isi Ghana fo ye ni ate afia batu yomu se Ghana fo ye ni ate ina o se youth nso ye mi ni da ho se impanyimfo na o mutiti fie na o ka se so wo de aponche ko be gina ho a meto ama aponche no meja NDC so wo de aponche be gina meto ama MPP no meja na meto aponche meja MPP no o si ye reasonable kakre because am impanyimfo no entom beko yemu ye wo akire no ena o se ye dwen ye ho nti ye nto abapa I feel the every second of now to about pound money aje. Okay. We have be any aje. Even MPP from Kwa did say, I didn't go ye. Miss Metuaba. Yes, Metuaba. Sa Mantua. Metuya Basaman Cancho. Metoye. Oh, I know what cancer. Metuaba. Do some Yaganini. Metuaba pa. What I say. I did one of the things I'm gonna for some solution hope or this government in here. E-levy no. I say because e-levy na mkofoka say yeah mamun jintum and I'm force ya G2 opposition e work out our parliament because it's a model session Martin no the one pen NDC for say 2 so there one pen sa for me na MP no be kan MPP for no and I'm DBT NDC for no and I'm G2 mo G2 ma mamun disrespect here what I say na fe mako to party mako twa cake mo fo dia ade ahye ye come by force mo chinchin ensa de ensa gu achi ade e-levy yaba say e-levy no mba be aduma mo twa cake se mo fo buo magana fo mo muye mi hu bi da o say o mampanyi bi timi de policy bi ba na o mine say ye mpe sa policy no na wa chinchin a waje atum na wasa koto party se ubuye say ye jimi fo ansa ubuye say ye ubuye say ye jimi fo intino edu sa time no so ne so a kire say ye jimi fo yi mi ansa ya ne do bae okay ya so betima pam
and ye ka
say we say ye mo so bet na odi task beto so no enu podi example 20 no kwan kan be ya eh bet no because what task bet company bi o kroma bi ano
we are and the party as who you general secretary of the party co-position go and sit down somewhere. I am the you are the general secretary of a party of a party that has collapsed.
One is Holy Virgin Mary. Also the bet anymore. One is better.
No, it's not like they be advertising it on
and I think one win. And I'm winning
ni wesu di hunjim di la yasu di hunjim
ya masa side
di
la yasu di hunjim di la yasu di hunjim em sport mu nyina ho omu nyina tue sika de ma aban no you see there some policy bi o ha on say o de titire o man ne sa na yemi say o man sika nim ba source na di sika ne ba what stop sa source no o say tobutu o stop tobutu ni sika yenya ho tobutu ni sika be ba ho no e-levy no Ebema okwana entim ensin tobutu no because every day bia no me say me kwa me fika akoka so a trotro for no e dey one twam wo tuba tobutu okwa no best 5 obetime best 5 into 5 with the 5 no kwa se ye no 55 cd kura na ensin ayo no nkwan so taxi betwam big cars betwam na cars no so ye rank ye car bia ne sika ye no until we there o stop side way ya ali san o yes ade no into omo ka ho no omo lusu ye no omo ka ho and before there omo ka ho na a say we na ebe to omo but say some kote fi omo show no omo no maye
okay DJ Kumedase
damase
so currently the record holder for the first female vice president of Ghana is Prof Naana Opoku Agyemang. So this is not automatically, officially, formally. She is the first vice president of Ghana. So just a little, should I say, is it biography about Naana Opoku Agyemang? So she's a Ghanaian academic and politician. She's a Ghanaian academic and politician who is the vice president. She served as a minister for education from February 2013 to January 2017. She's a full professor of literature. She served as the first female vice chancellor of a state university in Ghana. Just at this moment, she's destined because this one too, she's also the first.
And defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. So help me God.
The president has been
Yezuzabo.
John Dramani Mahama, having been elected office to the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear, that I will be faithful, and true to the Republic of Ghana, that I will at all times preserve, protect,
Culture and steady in its pursuit of progress. Today, we celebrate a momentous occasion in our nation's history as we welcome the newly elected president, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. A true nation builder, committed to forging a brighter future for all Ghanaians. John Mahama embodies the pillars of leadership that our nation craves. Trustworthiness, reliability, modesty, and above all, truthfulness. From the moment he stepped into the political arena, John Mahama has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the people of Ghana. His approachable demeanor, paired with his genuine concern for the needs of the Ghanaian, has earned him their trust. A trust that is pivotal for any leader aiming to guide a nation through challenging times.
What I really like about JG Young is his humility. The man he's so down to earth, it's unbelievable. He's so humble, it's unbelievable. I really like that about him.
Your mama, Odonyame, Osronyame, Openi Pase, Okikapumata, Nibuna said, Mini Abema, or you'll be swap when you didn't come. We are allowed, we open you, we are open you, we are treat you, we are try to be out if you are your mama to us. On Cassa, we in actually, we your members of Obia.
President Mahama is practical. He communicates his issues very, very well. And he understands the Ghanaian politics very well. He understands the Ghanaian people very well. And that is what I like about him. The brand, John Dramani Mahama, it's not just a name. It represents resilience, strength, progress, and empathy.
I believe John Dramani Mahama is loved by many. His personality.
And now, on your behalf, invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to deliver his inaugural address. Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so. Invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana,
The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Members of Parliament, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Naana Opoku Agyemang, Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Your Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, and former Presidents, Your Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings, of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Agyemang tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, history is being made once again. And it is a history worth repeating every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history, one that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Naana Opoku Agyemang, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing President, having served 1 term, and he was the incoming President, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Naana Opoku Agyemang that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction. Because Naana Opoku Agyemang and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with a firm handshake and a smile, and he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we share a sense of mutual respect. In those And as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and as I look back on the journey, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent. With a full head of black hair, I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. It was a brilliant campaign, and we gave it our all. You have, without exception, Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. My brothers and sisters, the world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have lived under other presidencies. There are tensions and conflicts that have not previously existed between nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. There's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Egypt,
has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total is consistently
increasing.
What could it mean to our economy? Where do we fit in this geopolitical maelstrom?
Of world GDP,
technology such as artificial intelligence has taken us to new heights, opening up the potential for national, financial, and personal security issues that we are not yet able to imagine. One example is the use of misinformation and algorithm manipulations on social media platforms to sway a particular group sentiment towards or away from something. Now more than ever before, we need to strengthen our ties with our neighbors to ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe, to stand in solidarity and work in alliance with all our neighbors in the sub-region.
Now more than ever before,
recognizing the history of our borders, we also acknowledge that on the other side of our country's borders are our family members. They may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, they may be Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians or Malians, but they are also Akans. They are Kasinas, they are Wan, they are Ewes, they are Nzimes, they are Houses, they are Moshis and Gourmets, because we are all part of one another, one big family.
But they also account
with the increase of the climate crisis, and as the waters grow warmer, melting, the Arctic ice and permafrost, there's a greater likelihood of viruses that have been frozen and thought to be extinct for decades, perhaps even centuries, to begin to spread and create another global pandemic. The changing climate conditions, increased population density in urban areas, and mass international travel are enabling existing viruses to spread and mutate at a faster rate than they did before. This is a serious challenge. Let us not forget the toll that the past epidemics of viruses like Ebola, COVID, and Mpox have taken on the families and communities and medical infrastructure in several of our neighboring countries and in the sub-region. Let us also not forget how swiftly and completely the COVID pandemic brought the entire world to a screeching halt. My government will be working diligently to strengthen our public health systems while monitoring the global health situation so that when, and not if, but when the next pandemic or epidemic occurs, the loss of life in Ghana will be minimal.
While monitoring the global health,
the larger world exists around us and to some extent within us. While we cannot and should never use it as an excuse to stray from the direct and immediate needs of Ghana for the well-being of our citizens, we must also bear in mind that the affairs of the world, if we care to shape, lessen, avoid, or even at the other end of things, maximize the effect they have on us. And brothers and sisters, barely a month ago, we held historic elections that have caused dramatic shifts in our political landscape. I feel greatly honored that you, my compatriots, considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history.
That you, my compatriots,
The magnitude of this victory
of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our
considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history.
that you, my compatriots,
The magnitude of this victory
of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our By voting as you did on December 7th, the Ghanaian people conveyed a powerful message, yet often overlooked by us politicians. This message was powerfully emphasized by a giant of American political history, President Ronald Reagan, when he declared at his inauguration some 40 years ago that governments have no elections followed by pomp and pageantry with the establishment of a new government. They expect that if democracy is celebrated as a superior means of governance, then its outcomes must be more tangible and benefit them in their individual lives. Any honest introspection and reflection on the pulse of our nation would reveal that many within our population do not feel that they have benefited from or partaking in this democratic dividend. Where people buffeted by severe economic crisis and hardships, crisis. But there is hope on the horizon. Today should mark the beginning of a new opportunity. An opportunity for us to make a difference in our governance and our economic management. We shall reset our dear nation, Ghana. To the millions of my fellow countrymen and women who joined long queues and waited in the sun for their turn to vote for me, you have my sincerest thanks for honoring me. My firm, immutable assurance is that your votes will matter in the work that I will do to make a difference in the destiny of this dear nation of ours. Your courage to bring change will not go in vain. Our nation was born with much promise. That promise would seem hazy and in doubt now because of all that has happened in the past. But I urge you, my fellow countrymen, not to be sucked into a state of perpetual pessimism. For some time, our country has urgently needed leadership with an unwavering desire to get things done. I with all humility assent that I intend to be that leader with your cooperation and your help. As your next leader, I shall strive to exercise sound judgment and be able to make the right calls at the right time. I will have the humility and presence of mind to take responsibility for any challenges and be willing to act firmly and timelessly to resolve the challenges that we face as a nation. Since the elections, I've read and heard the word hope used many times in relation to my presidency and what it should offer the citizens of Ghana. I intend to speak plainly and clearly to you today, and every time I address you subsequently, I intend to always tell you the truth. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dark, but even so, I'll be decisive and swift in my actions. We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. The second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reform. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, believe what you know, and that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our reset. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. We need a reset with our faith in our dear nation, Ghana. And by that I mean in all of us, because all of us are Ghana. You are Ghana, and I am Ghana. All of you seated here today, Ghanaian citizens, you are Ghana. The people who you are with or near you as you watch this on television, in your homes, or listen on radio, or follow on social media are what we call Ghana. I ask that we enter into the covenant with the Ghana we all love and the good people of our country who make up this dear nation. And I ask that you envision a Ghana that you want to live in, a Ghana that you want to leave behind to your children and your grandchildren. What can you do to help build that better Ghana that we all strive for? What behaviors, what attitudes and mindset can we reset? We need a reset, and we have faith in Ghana's ability to overcome, excel, and be so successful with this reset that it will be difficult to imagine a time when that was not the case. As we stand at this momentous crossroads in our nation's history, I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented era of opportunity. Naana Opoku Agyemang by my side, we are poised to embark on a journey of progress and inclusivity, united in our vision for a more prosperous Ghana. This day is particularly special for us and for every Ghanaian who dreams of a society where barriers are shattered and ambitions are realized. With the inauguration of Ghana's first female vice president, we have turned a significant page in our history. Nana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering a nation where gender equality and female representation are cherished and amplified. This is a powerful testament to the power of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters,
to enacting policies that empower women,
we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population strengthens our democracy and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is open regardless of their background. Together we'll galvanize our efforts to create a society where every Ghanaian can dream, believe, and achieve without any restraint. Remember that great leadership is not defined merely by the offices we occupy, but by the legacy that we leave for future generations. My administration, along with my Vice President, Naana Opoku Agyemang, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and innovation, forging pathways that lead to the upliftment of all of our citizens. I'm profoundly grateful for this moment, a cornerstone in our journey towards a brighter future for Ghana. In this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment is a powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of government, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion, or any background, will have the opportunity to contribute to our nation's story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table. Our vision hinges on the introduction and implementation of a 24-hour economy. We envisage an innovative and vibrant 24-hour Ghanaian economy, which will also be anchored in agriculture and agribusiness. This innovative approach will unlock potentials that have long remained dormant, enabling us to harness the energy and creativity of all our people. Just imagine a Ghana where our markets are alive and bustling at all hours of the day, with responsive public services accessible at all times, such that businesses can operate flexibly to meet the diverse demands that they are subjected to. And yet, can find opportunities regardless of traditional institutions. The 24-hour economy model will also bolster job creation for the young people stimulate local industry, and attract foreign investments, and allow us to build resilient communities and a sustainable future. This mission extends beyond mere economic transactions. It symbolizes empowerment, the empowerment of every Ghanaian to contribute to our national progress. My fellow citizens, this mission will allow us to embrace diversity, to cater to varied lifestyles and preferences, and foster a culture of inclusion, ensure that every citizen can enjoy the fruits of his hard work. To the business leaders and entrepreneurs, I invite you to support this new model and join me in shaping a business environment where creativity thrives and where the fruits of your investment contribute to the collective welfare of our nation. Your role in driving our economy forward cannot be overstated. Your innovation and dedication will be a backbone of our success story. And I pledge to you that we would look at the tax regime and rationalize them so that they are more transparent and fair. Members of the business community, I assure you, Ghana is open for business again. Let me thank you, Your Excellencies, my fellow presidents, for leaving what is a busy schedule behind and coming to join us at this ceremony. Your presence brings honor to this inaugural ceremony. And I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you and to our sister countries who have traveled from near and far to be with us today. Your presence is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and cooperation that exist between our nations. And I promise you I will work to foster the partnership that transcends our borders, and I'll work collectively with you towards regional stability, economic growth, and mutual respect between our nations. To my friends from across Africa and the world, I thank you and welcome you to Ghana. And in our local parlance, I say Akwaba to all of you. To my family and fellow citizens, my wife Lodina, I thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to our shared vision. This journey is not mine alone. It belongs to all. Let today be the dawn of a new era of hope, an era of job creation, an era of accountability, an era of institutional strengthening and resilience, and an era of unparalleled potential for all Ghanaians. We will write the next chapter in Ghana's story, and it will be one of promise, transparency, and transformative progress. My fellow citizens, this is a patriotic call to action for all of us to participate in building a nation that lives up to its promise, where hope thrives and dreams become a reality. Together, let us cultivate a brighter future where unity, progress, and equality are not simply goals we are aiming for, but are the cornerstone of our society. Let's work hand in hand to foster these values and strengthen our nation for everyone. My fellow citizens, our invited guests, I thank you very much. May God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
I convey the gratitude of the House to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for his address. Your Excellency, the House is extremely grateful to you. Honorable members, now we have the presence of our special guest of honor in the distinguished personality of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of the Federal, as we say, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is my honor to now invite him to deliver his address. Your Excellency, you are welcome to do so now.
President of the Republic of Ghana, head of state and government here present, right Honorable Speaker and members of Parliament of Ghana, members of the diplomatic corps, eminent personalities here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is always good when a friend and brother can visit the home of a close neighbor to celebrate his success and progress with him. As Ghana this moment does not merely symbolize another milestone in the evolution of Ghanaian democratic society. It further demonstrates that in West Africa, we are capable of democratic and productive endeavors. It is time that Ghana, Nigeria, and others have made. We need not fool ourselves to them. We have nothing to prove to anyone except ourselves. We will lift our nations out of poverty and build strong and resilient economies for our people. Today, I am here not only as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but also as an African in resolute support of Ghana and our people. This moment is a source of pride and honor for Ghanaians the entire continent and its diaspora. The sun is out and the sky may be blue, but I see today a black star rising high in African sky. This black star shines over this nation, and its rays spread across this continent with a sense of shared history, hope, compassion, unity, devotion to our common welfare. While others may seek to demean Africa and keep brothers pity against brothers, that shining star reminds us of who we are. Better yet, it reminds us of who we can be. That star reminds us always to strive and walk together, bond together, even when we disagree. We must choose the path of peaceful dialogue. Never can we do harm to our brothers, nor can we permit any outsider to disrupt our bonds of brotherhood. The spirit of Ghana, the first Republic President, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is here present today, lifting that star higher and higher. Just as Ghana draws inspiration and a well of strength from Kwame Nkrumah and many of his past leaders, Nigeria similarly draws inspiration from its founding fathers, who not only fought for our independence, but also cherished the close relationship between our two nations. May we always walk in the way and in the spirit of you know, you can count on Nigeria's support at any given time. You call on me. We are your brothers and sisters. We shall always be there for you. May your administration be a profound success and progress for you, Ghanaians, and entire region. I am confident that new government under the leadership of President John Mahama will work with Nigeria to strengthen this powerful bond.
leading to greater shared progress, prosperity for the people of our two nations. I have no doubt that your administration will bring about positive change and progress. Your accession to the power should also mark a new and invigorating momentum in pursuing sub-regional and integration and progress. With laser focus, we can tackle our people's most pressing problem of poverty, youth unemployment, instability, insurgency, and many other problems hampering our desired progress. May Ghana's democracy continue to grow stronger. May progress and prosperity look forward to a future filled with hope, opportunity, and progress. God bless Ghana and its beloved people. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria and its beloved people. God bless ECOWAS. God bless our beloved Africa. I thank you for your kind attention. God bless. Honorable members, we are indeed inspired by the warm words of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I now have the honor to, on your behalf, invite the visiting heads of state and former presidents to congratulate the President of the Republic of Ghana. I have a very tall list It is my hope and prayer We have to.
By the President and our special guest of honor, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Now what else? What is the next on the agenda? Because
very soon we will witness.
Honorable members, I will now on your behalf call the names of our distinguished dignitaries, the heads of states and presidents from various countries, to come to congratulate His Excellency the President of Ghana. And I will start with our special guest, the President, the Commander-in-Chief, and the Head of State of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the person of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to lead in this whole exercise. Your Excellency, you may proceed to do so now. Immediately after him will be His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame. His Excellency the President of the Republic of Togo, His Excellency Fauri Nasingbe. After him comes His Excellency the President of Benin, the Republic of Benin, in the person of Patrice Talon. Follows the President of Gambia, His Excellency Adama Barrow. After him, we have His Excellency Brigadier Julius Maada, the President of the Federal Republic of Sierra Leone. Immediately follows His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Chilombo, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Excellency, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have His Excellency Umaru Sissoco Embalo, the President of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau. After him follows the President of the Republic of Cabo Verde, His Excellency Jose Maria Neves. The President of Cabo Verde, we have His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, the rural boy, who is the President of the Republic of Kenya. Rural boy. Honorable members, after His Excellency William Ruto is the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai Sr. We also have His Excellency the President, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba. He is the President of the Republic of Namibia. Sorry. That is a she, not a he. Doctor, you may forgive me. After Her Excellency, the President of Namibia, is His Excellency Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the President of the Republic of Senegal.
Thank you so much.
the President of the Republic of Chad, in the person of His Excellency Mahama Idris Deby Entlu. After him, we have the President of the Republic of Botswana, His Excellency Juma Gideon Boku. After him comes the head of state of the strong people of Burkina Faso, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Members, the full meaning of Burkina Faso means strong men and women of integrity. His Excellency Brigadier General Bryce Clotaire Oligui Nguema, the President of the Republic of Gabon. After him, we have His Excellency Mamadi Doumbouya, who is the President of Guinea-Conakry. And after him, we have the Prime Minister, Abdoulaye Maïga. He's the Prime Minister of Mali. Prime Minister of Niger, in the person of Mr. Lamine Zain Ali Mahama, and the Prime Minister of Haiti, His Excellency Prince Alphonse Dieu. Minister Mali, After that, we have the Vice President of Equatorial Guinea, the person of His Excellency Theodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo. Then follows the Vice President of Uganda, the person of Jessica Rose Epel Alupo. President of the Republic of Tanzania, His Excellency Dr. Philip Isdor Mpangu. That is rather the Vice President of Tanzania. We also have to verse the Vice President of La Côte d'Ivoire. The person of Chemoko Meyet Kone. La Côte d'Ivoire. After His Excellency the Vice President of La Côte d'Ivoire, we have the Vice President of Mauritania, His Excellency Mohamed Adihali Khatra. of Mauritania, we now have the Speaker of Parliament of the Kingdom of Morocco, His Excellency Rashid Talbi Alami. After him is the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo. Together with his younger brother, the former President of Nigeria, His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Morocco.
Speaker of Morocco.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you.
His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. We have the former President of Liberia, in the person of Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. After her, we have the former President of the Federal Republic of South Africa, in the person of His Excellency Jacob Zuma. The former President of South Africa, we have the former President of Germany, His Excellency Christian Wolff. Germany follows the Foreign Minister of the European Union, Belgium, European Affairs, Foreign Trade, and the Federal Culture Institute. His Excellency Bernard Quintin.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Mr. Miami. Good to see you.
After the Foreign Minister of EU, we have the Senior Minister, His Excellency Jean-Jacques Broya of Congo, Brazzaville. After Congo Brazzaville, we have the Minister for Africa, the United Nations, the Commonwealth and Human Rights of United Kingdom, in the person of Lord Collins of Highbury. After him comes the Minister for Defense of Zimbabwe, Honorable Opa Michinguri Kashiri. The Minister for Housing, Lands and Maintenance of Barbados, Honorable Dwight Sutherland, Member of Parliament. Cut protocol and go to invite the former Vice President of our great Republic of Ghana, in the person of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoudou Bawumia.
Okay. As a mentation, Anna.
Casapa,
DJ Q. Okay, so now no Bibia Edana Quanso.
This year, what was it? As I'm not kind of anopan. I think I yoho. It automatically nothing.
Now officially. The President of the Republic of Ghana and first female Vice President of Ghana. Yes. And as we all saw, dignitaries, Nominina, they are congratulating Mahama and also Naana Opoku Agyemang. So they will be in power for like 4 years from now till 2029. 2029.
2029.
Yeah. So they will be in power from now till
2029.
What's that?
Me 2000
Now they come few one now many years.
Everybody any wasp.
They all cast now what you 4 years they can't age one many years. Eh
2028 and 29 is any answer by this year. Satan can be
oh, and was I here to be a freeze.
About to Mahama, I'm an antomy. About to Mahama, I'm an antomy.
I hear cook as you do be busy when
oh no,
he was
no, you're fit.
No,
say a money.
At a mills now.
No, you're fit. On your fit. Only not them. No, you're fit.
He was fit. It was later on.
No, Papa no. One metanso sana. Obeyaliu.
No.
You say Obetanso son wayare.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
It was later on, and I went by. Go and check. It was later on, and I will get to know. Say he wasn't feeling well. You see, and you say Biani Pani Yari and Sana.
Who Mariana Papa no? Who's no throat cancer? I don't know him.
I know.
That means nobody said Obetanso na cancer ne bayana.
Yes.
Oh, you did dada.
Oh,
you trust why? You can't send me back.
This year, a comment to social media, People's Choice, Ghana's favorite.
Yes, People's Choice.
It is this year, People's Choice. This year, no, elected him. This year, no, officially the president of Ghana. It is this year, no. I am much more there.
Yes.
So, do much charm in there. This year, they are here. Let the Ghana penny.
And you know, Sisiano said, Obian last words. What are you expecting? Your expectations? How do you want things to go and all that? And as Sisiano, or no, what can you do? But say, obey. Sisiano has also set up an oral team to investigate, persecute, whatever. No, Nina Yetimu, and I think. Oh,
that means people are not so calm. I
know Musra, yes, sir.
Mayum. Rain, as some I was a maker.
Oh, can't
I bet Chemis and Miss Shadan? I say,
you're pointing you, so I just say, you're tear 40. So, but them over them would I go in them. I said, no, back can for mine until so work.
Ah, who's got here?
Oh, Q.
Also,
it's a magic. What did you know? As a man of a zoka.
Bakusro.
I came to know Patrol. Well, by chance, and now I shall say, am I? Any congratulatory messages you have, then you give it out, and also say what she expects and all that.
Political.
I can't say my some you
when I'm out.
Also, go back. I said, yeah, me to make a sound.
Or
let me talk.
Open. We are both going together.
No, we are not going together. We are not going together. So let me
more
so or time and so yeah. Okay, into no BB and emphasis that I because before so in me bason ko it since me say cool na de nkofo person Mahama beba those things no ba yetimi ayama na successful yetimi aso ni in ema Ghana ade say se na obi kan no ne mo pe no mo nsa aka esi ano aduma no eye kasa bebre yetie ni speech no or say a new era of jobs and then no bebre oh and na ye hwe anim because yan toba man say o me kasa bebre toba man say o me bua na ye sidi na say be aduru no emra fom youth ye hia aduma most of the taxes go ho o me yin fi o me ndom wa na me twen ye bet no dey and the many da so pass so be bet na fi bet dey we yin fi masa ye be ku di ti ano ye be tu no
me pa cho hwe yi
what I say no say ku na me ye say bia ye ko ye ku bonye ku ti ano agenda bu ho betima ye tu ana oni say wo agenda bu ha a betima bu echi saa ni o ye adwuma ko e be hu say onya adwuma adase nti enu no hasa na meka no nti yaba no ye bompa say bia be successful ko Ghana fo ye gidie woni mu say oba obetima be abai magana sa fantom apa de afra because nyoma bi ya famu emne bi no ye pese famiem nti am say Egyptian then you see them today you shall not see them again in some of them ko Egyptians no omoko isia you do Israel bosh assassin no so
Pharaoh funi hum
Indonesia ye twen say e bia be successful na Ghana to fan into Ghana to mapa na pese ye hia adwuma na youth ye hia bebreti fie mu ye adwuma nye bebreti fie mu ye adwuma nye asie nti waba no oni ne bohye so na one thing so me wo ye be me de pa so tinkrofo guma otimi tinkrofo guma na sika o mawia nsase o mafa a enwe o mo de ye state ni dia sika nkofo di e hye nkofo mpaase sa committee na wate no mema ne committee say ye konum ti ni akotena akoye ye no waseso agya woko me se wanchi obi a okurum ha ne ho be mo wotu se timi anchi pa akopɛ ama na fa sika na o man no o wie fi o man ho na fa ma meka so ye failure to me no o failure we fail poto because who opposition o say nkofo de sika yesu yehu say this government no ne nkofo no bi ho mo de sika enti ne ati yon so omudi ombaye account tire o man no they say what if this committee nkofo so mo da so no eye nkofo a meka se bi o mu ye week kwakujeto abrakwa say ono kasa pa ena this man Kofi Buache on say nkofo na say Ghana for respect o mo say ope bibi dia show mo nsa say o mo chenkrofo mo yade a this man untimi money din ka say bia o bi wetimi adada na keke Kofi Buache nkofo bu mo pa no o ka ho bi nti mo betina as mo wetimi anchini ba akokora mpo na mo ye failure me meka say NDC ni party no mo ye failure mo wetimi anchini pa akokora no mo ye failure nti sa committee no mate no omo ye ho adwuma ena me hu hia me ene bet no ne task no on metete so covid ye twam di dada ye guzu tua covid levy okroma covid levy guzu tua wase mo a nti o na bibia me kama emfama ye ene me so metima kan tema me de studio ni jamo why
Okay, so I think what we've all wanted has finally come to pass, and the little I would say is that President John Dramani Mahama shouldn't disappoint the people of Ghana, because they have a high hope in him. They are expecting a lot from him. I mean, he has actually promised a lot to do, and then as it stands now, Ghanaians see him to be the savior of Ghana. They see him to be the deliverer of the people, just as Moses took the people of was it Israel that was in captive, just as Moses took them out of Egypt from Pharaoh. We are expecting he has brought us from Egypt, and we are in the promised land now, so we are waiting for him to execute his promises that he has promised to us. He shouldn't fail us. And mind you, people are sitting down. We have people that are not happy because Mahama has won, the NDC has won, and so they are waiting to see that, okay, yes, you said he can do it, now he's in power, let's see. And I don't doubt his competence, because he came in, he completed the tenure of the late Atamewos, and then he did something. For me, it was promising enough. So we believe and we know that he will do it, and so he shouldn't he shouldn't disappoint us. And one of the most important thing is he should be accountable and transparent. That's all. When Akufo-Addo was giving his last state of address, he mentioned a lot of things without even including the National Cathedral issue. He said his government was very transparent, his government was very accountable, but you see, he never mentioned that, okay, fine, when I came into power, the NDC left 2 million in the account. When I came, we use this amount into the health sector, into the education sector, into this and that sector, and out of it, this is what we've gained as a country. This is what we have remaining, and this is how far I have come. He didn't say, and maybe he said it and I didn't hear. But so as far as I'm concerned, I didn't hear him say anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's the fault of my television or maybe someone. I stand to be corrected if someone heard that. For me, I didn't hear him say anything of that sort. Or maybe, yes, we've caught this person in corruption, in the act. We've caught these people, we arrested them, we have prosecuted them, those are their punishment. No, he didn't say anything like that. He just came out, said something very small, and then, appreciate the people he worked with. And then he said, one thing he said that really pained me was, Ghana is not broke. He said Ghana is not a broke country. You know, how will you feel that Ghana is not a broke country where you don't buy petrol, where everything like you live on is actually free? You wouldn't feel the pain. And so now that we, the people of the country, have accepted the fact that the New Patriotic Party, when in power, did not actually do anything profitable to us, and out of our own willingness, voted for John Dramani Mahama and then the NDC to come into power and then do something, please and please, as they are in power, they should do accordingly, because 183 is not like, it's not a small thing. They actually carry this majority is, let me say, first in history, like they actually carry the highest number in parliament. And so that's now, even with or without the New Patriotic Party in parliament, they can actually pass any bill, abort any bill, cancel any bill, or whatever they want. And so as they are there, they should do the will of the people. They should serve the people. They should, you see, when something happened to someone, you don't wait. That's why I don't believe this saying that they said experience is the best teacher. Experience is never the best teacher. Sometimes you learn from other people's mistakes. Yeah. And so as they are going into parliament, they should take note what the other parties did that made the people like push them out of office, and then they should make sure that they don't repeat that same mistake. They should work and then improve on it. And trust me, when they do it very well, very, very well, NDC can still retain, like the people can still retain them in the next 4 years. And so like I've heard a lot of people saying, as Mahama is coming, you should make sure that he scrap e-levy, as he says, the betting tax, and then the CD to $1, if not for anything, can stabilize it a bit. We know that the economy is hard, and we know as the day goes by, things will not get lesser, it will get more expensive, but then at least it should be stabilized in a way that we, the people in the country, can actually feel comfortable in like executing our daily activities like buying and selling. We'll actually feel a bit of like the money and everything, like the economy and everything should be stabilized, that we can actually feel comfortable in executing our business deals and activities in the country. And so if Mahama is able to do all this, listen to the people. And one more thing that I've realized, when Akufo-Addo was in power, the NPP refused to listen to the people. They don't listen. Anytime they even come out for protest or anything, you don't even see the president coming out to say anything about it, like the haircut and stuff. You know, in his last address, he said that he keeps on saying that Ghana is beyond aid. Ghana is beyond aid, but we are always on the run, going for IMF. Like, we just want their help. But anytime we stand out to talk, we say we are beyond aid. If we are beyond aid, why do we go out begging for arms? So what I'll say is that President Mahama should be fair with the people. He should be transparent with the people. If he started and you know that no, things are not going well, be sincere, come out and say, yes, I'm trying my best, but this is it. Where it has gotten to, there is nothing I can do. We just have to go to the IMF and do that and do this and do this. And trust me, when you are being fair, you are transparent, and they know that this is how you are, definitely there will be people who actually like that. But a leader who wouldn't listen to the people, a leader who doesn't care how you are feeling, a leader that no matter how tough the system is, you come out and then you say things that does not even align with what the people are feeling. It makes them feel as if they are less human being. It makes them feel as if they just voted for you to be there and to feed yourself, and your people or your family. And then to the members of parliament, you are not there to enrich yourself, your tummy, and your family members. You are there for the people. You work hard. You have to work hard and make sure that the needs of your people are met. If not that, trust me, next year they are going to vote you out of power. And so Mahama has a lot to do. Seriously, he has a lot, because the economy is already in a mess. The country is already in a mess. But we know that by the help of God and then their hard work, if they put in much effort, the Ghana can still change. There can still be an improvement. So, sincerely speaking, I'm not joking. Mahama has a lot to do. But then the key point is scrap e-levy, stabilize the city to the dollar in a way that we will actually feel comfortable in this country. Yes, and there may be some petty things. Yes, and then listen to Ghanaians. When they talk, you listen. Make them feel like, yes, as they voted for you, you really voted for you. As they voted for you, like, you don't take it for granted. You're actually in because of the people. And then Galamsey is a very big issue. I know he cannot like tackle it like completely, but then he can still do something about it. Yeah. So I mean, our expectation from the NDC, Mahama and the NDC is a lot, but then we know they can still do better. The most serious thing is that they shouldn't disappoint us. They should let us know that the votes the people has voted for them, they've not wasted their votes, but then they've really voted for change.
All right, thank you very much, DJ.
Debbie, this is the little that you have to see.
This is I have to see.
Okay, very much more there. Me know what I was saying is say the Bekase we learn from our mistakes. What you say, and I know say Mahama will learn from Nanado's mistakes, because on a teacher no who their course we na so what you say. Ana you can say what tie Ghana so what tie kasa ana who the ye face here then you go through. It you know me the American say we welcome him. We welcome him. The Nyankopon the ekan ho, because so far as our bayo man penini there. Now we are not talking about NDC here, we are not talking about NPP here, we are talking about Ghana here. So what I say, the way obe fast obe o man obe the ebe konenu. So what NDC say here. Mr. Debbie ni DJ Q o makasa mebede. So me what I was saying is say one, our taxes no o maybe be found. This year no taxes na man no my day akosoro. Tobu tina de ade na otwitwa mu ni previous president ebetwitwa or government ebetwitwa mu ni na no san family back na e-levy no onyi free, because what try tobu to imagine obi so adwuma wo ye no wa be cancel enya adwuma over years now, enya adwuma etino on san family back. Even the developed countries ne crown pono the mutua to so what you say amutua to it mo san anye de family back na enyu marketing kiti bia ne no marketing kiti bia nkoso ye na ma o man nkoso no wa bai nko ade ye nim se ye ne mugidie na ye den ye to aba ne ma na ne nkrofo tisi ane de o man ne hye ne nsa ti Ghana ye expect bibi papa ye de mfi no, because say ya the last time new Nana Adam so sa the last time Obama promises me bre obo modia di etwa wan ye wie no after na hu ni subai it is here no me pa cho meye ema Ghana ye yaba mu wo mu. So what I say, because e ba sa na dia ye be hu say MPP ni NDC na they are the same etino etino o maybe papa mai na this year no ono olive good legacy a na emema de obeba biem no omre de make what mazi tenanado ye ni no meyi agaba omi anko omre. So what I say, e no se see an olive good can say good legacy to na de obe ofiri hwa de obeba biem no ne ho aye de anchire it is see an de ade hisra ne say Nyankopon mo na hoode o man in Solomon nyansa ne bi no fa onye de really on my 16 regions of Ghana nye easy so pa so so Ghana so yi utu kwa na bo se Ghana so etino esamombe so ngaso etino sisi ande ahode ne mpa body ehia. So ati ase Nyankopon mo no by na nimdie ne no ma no abekeka no me de pass wa make speeches me bi wa mo anya promise me bi so what I say me come kwa dia anka de nyuma na aka omoja to ho no mu no na nkwa be den wa beto aso no na meka no because ono so meka say ote so we bibi we anwie ana this government buy ono so be ye bia waja bia ono so anwie a isi also bana sa bebe ya de foforo de na Ghana na de say yeso bibia ma yenwie na ye get to ne uncompleted structures ne nyama so what I say it no sisi ane de ye welcome no ya welcome na wie sisi ane jama ye jade akani na ye de e hye ni nsem oni ni nyankopon so what I say so ye compare bu wane de empire boy de ata na ji sisi ane de ye pe say ye pe oyo president of Ghana sisi ya it no e machi mo de.
Yes. Okay, so thank you all very much. The little I can also say is say congrats to President John Dramani Mahama and our first vice female president. For this one, that we can never stop saying it.
Because
we can never stop saying it.
Hey,
share. I break your record. Some of the Guinness World Record.
Me sure.
Some kind of records you are supposed to break.
Really? Because for the Kwame Nkrumah time, Bessie.
This time. If it doesn't go to Guinness record, it's a historic this thing.
And that whole.
So far as a history, Gan say omo say na ma be say be ade ANC be say because me African countries do was saying more vice. Oba. We dey African countries we African map from South Africa in countries do was sign a more president a more vice oba me yi say why na the vice outside Ghana and outside Africa I don't know wetin me hu ti say obi an ne be man na vice oba but apart from that
it's not really common in
Africa. Common bo me nti bi do say president na vice oba Ghana set a record enti we no the first Antoine the Guinea of records Mahama.
People who also have such dream of becoming first those times it like they've made it so difficult that you have the dream but then it's killed because you feel like you can't get there. But then with this woman I'm sure that everyone can actually get it. And then when you look at the party itself, it looks like of late the women in the party are actually taking over in the NDC.
So Nyankopon ya adom na say otimi ye dwuma yi pa for her getting
no doubt
for her being president for Ghana
no doubt
because so otimi na dwuma yi pa metima ka say 2029 beyond so we nya kra
no doubt
2030 sounds obeti nya seat because I know osanya city so there another record. That would be another record.
First president in Ghana.
Yeah. Another record.
It would be another record.
She see any record near pe.
Oh yeah.
Puntu. They say puntu internet to mom. She say no president. It took us bacho. They say no Debbie. Ultimate money din straight sir.
When president,
His Excellency,
President John Dramani Mahama, and his name too sounds so
sweet. We are the crash, Anna.
Celebrating
Crash.
Hey, my dad.
Crash doesn't necessarily mean
so behind
something bad.
Admire
a lot. You know, someone with like humility, very kind, like like he's not arrogant. He's not full of pride.
Who can't you be?
Did I mention anybody's name? No. I said he's not full of pride. He's not arrogant. This man is humility. Everything about him shows He's very humble.
But Mama Debbie, Trimode, we are not
so to the final thing, now he's Ghana's president and also Opoku Agyemang has been sworn in. Mahama has made a few promises. He will prioritize public health to minimize impact of potential pandemics, and also he has applauded Akufo-Addo and Mahama. Hey,
Baumia.
Yes, he says Akufo-Addo has been a worthy opponent, and also he applauds Baumia for his early concession to defeat. Yes, and also he says he will create decent, well-paying jobs for Ghana's youth.
I trust him in that.
Yes. And also to Tinubu, no, I say Mahama's administration will bring positive change, and also he assures Mahama that he should count on his support to work with him.
Yeah.
I didn't busy with him, so men come.
Oh, cacao. We are selfish.
And I may be a dear. Maybe a country.
Tinubu. Why yes, will be with Frizuno. Oh no, I pet up you, don't become your fan. Share or was wild.
All right, so that is all for today. So a big thanks to our viewers, our listeners, and also to Ghana Talks Radio panelists.
Yeah,
and also to our political science, madam.
Yeah, he said I did not. Let's know. You have studio near Korea visuals when you're here. DJ Cham. So, no, mammy, I'm ready. Of course, for Parliament now. You have made it in the MNA.
It's a month and Cabio, my
Madam, as a passer. Martin, so I bet you and you made it.
And not forget when you sleep, please keep our president in
yes.
Hey, Regina is now our house of mommy, so Regina, please, you ain't cute.
Me pacho,
we will pray hard for them.
Moves to inspect the guard of honor. The president will be accompanied by the vice president, the speaker of parliament, the chief justice, and his ceremonial aide-de-camp to the saluting days. It comes for the ceremony parade.
Honor is a military ceremony performed on special occasions to convey respect, dignity, and solemnity. A guard of honor is a formal gesture offered to dignitaries such as heads of state, government.
Distinguished guests, the guard of honor is under the command of Lieutenant Ghana Navy Kenneth Opoku. The second in command is Sub-Lieutenant Harrison Na. The color ensign is Sub-Lieutenant Richard Abaji-Sapon. The conducting warrant officer is Chief Petty Officer Class 2 Paul Richard. The color escorts are Petty Officer Class 2 Amore Koko Daniel and Petty Officer Class 2 Owusu Emmanuel.
General Thomas Ofong Pepper.
Shall we please be upstanding for the national anthem and the 21 gun salute, as mentioned earlier. All uniform personnel are to salute. The parade commander is marching to ask permission for the inspection of the parade.
Presidential inauguration ceremony, God mounted by the Ghana Navy. 96 bag and file with the Ghana Navy regimental bag in attendance, ready for inspection. Lieutenant Ghana Navy, Kenneth Opoku, report Your Excellency. Your Excellency.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have the Navy Regimental Band of Parade. It's under the command of Staff Lieutenant Doris Iboli.
to God. I, Your Excellency.
Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, this marks the end of the inauguration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and the Vice President, Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's all remain seated as the President takes leave of us. Shall we please be upstanding for the national anthem? All uniform personnel are entreated to salute. followed by Benin, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Côte d'Ivoire, Congo Brazzaville, Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Egypt, The Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Kenya, Liberia, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Namibia, Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Uganda, Tanzania, Togo, Botswana, Barbados, Morocco, and Gabon. Our invited heads of state and dignitaries will depart in this order: Nigeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Côte d'Ivoire, Congo Brazzaville, Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Egypt, The Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Kenya, Liberia, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Namibia, Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Uganda, Tanzania, Togo, Botswana, Barbados, Morocco, and Gabon. After which His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor will also depart, followed by His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo and Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, followed by His Excellency Dr. Mahama Baumia and Her Excellency Samira Baumia. The rest will depart in other as protocol demands. Thank you. I am Squadron Leader Gabriela Lawson from the Department of Public Relations of the Ghana Armed Forces, and I have been your master of ceremony for today's program. Thank you. A historic moment here at the Independence Square, where we've just seen the investiture of the President John Mahama and the Vice President, Her Excellency Naana Opoku Agyemang. It's been a historic moment because for Ghana, this is the first time we are having a female Vice President, and the atmosphere here has been so energetic and overwhelming. The two high dignitaries took the oath of office a while ago, and they addressing the country. President Mahama laid before the public 4 key pillars that he would want to focus on. He mentioned the economy, he mentioned infrastructure.